Hey everyone, before we dive into the real action, here's a quick and subtle flex of my humble abode. Consider the calm before the chaos. Now, a huge shout out to my family and friends who, let's be honest, make up the entire subscriber base at this point. This one's for you, legends. Alright, let's get into it. Step 1, suffer through my extremely annoying but aesthetically pleasing spiral staircase. Step 2, through the portal we go, straight to Mithranda, the quest dispenser of dreams. First stop is the mighty Eikther. Don't worry, he's basically Valheim's tutorial boss. All you need are some deer trophies, and boom, sacrifice accepted. Honestly, Eikther's never been scary. Vanilla or modded. And just to prove a point, here's an 8-star version. Count the arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he will be done for 5 shots for an 8-star. He's toast. That's easy. Next, we are going to move on to Alder. So luckily, portals are conveniently placed right at each boss spawn point, so we can skip all the jogging montages. Alright, so we spawn Alder, and fun fact, as you can see, this dude has no hitbox on his head. You'll see soon. I actually miss a few shots. Well, I don't miss, but you can see it just goes right through his head. Less than 20 arrows later, he's down. He does hit hard though, so I had to actually pretend to dodge for once, but hey, what else do you expect from Valheim's self-proclaimed master bowman? He's almost done for. It's simple. I think a lot of my content is repetitive because my build is almost perfect. I have optimized it for movement and for damage. So yes, I can get one shot. I am quite squishy. And on to Bone Mass. Honestly, he is the easiest of the bunch if you know the cheese, and oh, I know the cheese. Just hop onto his head and suddenly he's useless. He'll be swinging at air, puffing out mist like a grumpy fog machine. Even if you have to jump off a couple of times, it's fine. Just take your potion. It does get boring up there. So even at 10 stars, he's more of an annoyance than an actual threat. Frost arrows handled him just fine, though bone arrows might have been optimal if I ever actually bothered to craft any. Melee or magic mains, tell me your strategy to take down this guy, because honestly, I don't really know how you would do it with a normal weapon or magic weapon. I just style on this little skeleton, thought he could get the drop on me. Now we're off to Modder. But first, like and subscribe. So now Modder. The first 3 bosses were easy warm-ups. Modder brings a little bit of spice to the fights, but before we even get to it, you have to clear out an entire air force of drakes. Usually this happens because someone lured them in, was panicking and sprinted back to the portal. Thanks for that. Every time I come to Modder, I have to clear these drakes. And I didn't have to carry any eggs because luckily I have a secret egg stash nearby. I'm not going to show it in case anybody joins our server and knows where my egg stash is. Okay, so I got cocky over here, got lazy. The first 3 bosses were so easy. I was actually exhausted at this point. It was about 2 a.m. and as you can see, I'm standing still. Yikes. I usually don't stand still for more than like 2 seconds. And so, obviously, I get punished with a one-shot out of the sky. Yeah. So, that is laziness. Anyway, I collect my gear and suddenly we're back onto it, and you can see I will be moving more gracefully this time. Actually dodging, doing my best Legolas style. Pro tip with Modder, just move. Circle strafe. Just strafe in a circle like your life depends on it, because it actually does. Headshots don't matter here. Just shoot the big old dragon till she's down. It's that simple. It's actually quite boring. I think the first fights are always fun. The first time you fight the boss is always fun. Whether you died a couple of times, It's okay, especially if you did it with friends. It's a lot of fun, even if you die. But I got a bit lucky this time. No werewolves or elves or drakes attacking me. I think if I took a bit longer with the fight, yes, I might have. But I do quite a bit of damage. I think if she was a no star or a 1 star, I might have one-shot her, to be honest. Or 2 shots, maybe. But yeah, this is basically a big old dragon. And this time round, we are going to Yagluth after this. Big old bonehead himself. And it's the same thing over and over. I have to move through the portals. Luckily, this one's also easily and conveniently placed. So I have to use the Fulling totems or goblin totems, whatever you want to call them. But before I do that, I have to clear out an entire tar pit. And yes, I know I could have just put down a workbench to prevent this from ever happening, but I like suffering. So I was actually lazy to put down the tar. I could clear the tar pit, honestly. I should actually clear the tar pit. And so we're waiting for Yagluth, who likes to make a dramatic entrance. The big bonehead. So after you clear the tar pits, there's pretty much no threat other than the mosquitoes in the plains. I think I just got lucky this time. There were no mosquitoes around. Usually I get stung by a mosquito before the fight even starts. But of course today's RNG has other plans. As a solo player, I am spawning 8-star Yagluths instead of an easy 4 or 5, which is fine. It's good for content. So the strategy here is no cheese. Just keep moving, dodge the meteors from heaven and wear him down. His attacks can one-shot you if you're careless. So obstacles are your best friend. Honestly though, after the 3rd or 4th kill, like I said, boss fights become less epic. So you do become a bit sloppy as well, especially when you've done it a few times, especially off camera. Like this is not the first time I'm doing these fights. This is the first time I'm recording them. I've had almost near perfect runs before. As you can see, I do burn a bit. I get knocked because of just lack of concentration. But yeah, they are fairly easy. This doesn't take too long. I do try to do a little stylish jump at the end. It doesn't work out. I knock my head against the ceiling. I think it happens over here. Here we go, he's low. Yeah, and I run over to the rock to do a little wall jump and then knock my head against. It's still styled on me though. Okay, and that is it for Yag. And there's no convenient portal at the portal hub, so I have to use my own. Luckily, I have a little house in the Mistlands. And I have to take all my little potions and run off. But as usual, just like the drakes and the tar pits, we have to clear out these seekers. And yeah, the seekers are no big deal. You just clear out the seekers, and when you're inside, you have to clear out the eggs as well. I just find it easier to do that. Just clear out the eggs before you actually spawn the queen. So I actually get very lucky. I actually notice that I say actually quite a lot. But I get lucky with a 4-star queen. Can you believe it? Finally, the luck is on my side. However, she's not a one-shot killer though. She's more like 2-shot. Still, movement is everything here. Keep circling, use the terrain, and whatever you do, don't hang out in the death pit at the bottom of the arena like I do sometimes. It's just easy for me to move in and out, so it's okay. But I think if you've got a sort of armor, more tanky build, I would be very careful. That pit is, yeah, it's to the death. So as you can see over here, the queen, it's easy work. It's easy work for the queen. So you just keep on moving, and I think that just the terrain in general makes life a lot easier for me, especially. The addition of the air jump and the featherfall, I think at this point every player has featherfall, and that is why this terrain, this boss arena, is just perfectly made and designed for featherfall, because you can get from the top to the bottom no problem. You can jump from one staircase to the next, no problem. And as you can see, the Seekers still harass you, even after you're done. And this last, I got a style on this little one. I just got to send this one straight to the Shadow Realm with a little flick. There we go. And he's done, and that's it for now. I'll be tackling Fader, but Valheim's mods are broken since the update. Like and subscribe to see me do Fader. I'll probably bring a friend along since he's weak to magic. Hit the bell notification. I need to practice doing these. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay sharp like an arrow.